We were talking about quarterbacks, purpose, Brady, where you were completely wrong on, by the way, Rich.
Damn, Rich.
Yes.
But we
Shit, Rich.
Change that dummy of the week.
go hold on.
Dummy. He's gonna hurt me.
So we go switch gears to Aaron Rodgers and his lack of leadership. So we're going from one guy who's Mr. Leader, right, to another guy who probably the most talented quarterback we've ever seen in regards to talent-wise. But in regards to his leadership qualities, it's very non-existent for him. If you didn't know, Aaron Rodgers has a new receiving core. Devontae Adams is now with the Las Vegas Raiders. He's with his good friend Derek Carr over there having a good time. And Aaron Rodgers has a new receiving core, and it's not going well. It wasn't going well in training camp, and he voiced his displeasure there, which a lot of people criticized him for. Game 1, they got annihilated, and he was visibly what is that the word?
Visibly.
Both attempts was
visibly
bad.
He was visibly
There we
displeased.
Yeah.
Like on the court, on the field, you can see his body language. He's, flaring his arms. He's looking at guys. He's staring them down. That's not something that a veteran needs to do. At this point of his career, he's making a boatload of fucking money. He needs to take these guys under his wing and show them the way. He's putting more pressure on these young guys, and when they make a mistake, they already know that somebody's staring at them.
Terrible.
That number 12 is looking down the barrel, and he wants to kill them. So it's like, what do you think about that leadership style? Do you think that it's acceptable, or do you think that he needs to change?
I got this, bro.
You wanna go first?
I'm gonna go first,
I was gonna
bro.
strike first. I mean,
Nah, because it's
All right,
too
go ahead,
bad,
go ahead.
bro.
No, go ahead.
I do not agree with what Aaron Rodgers is doing, or lack thereof.
I'm with you.
Because you have a new core of anything. You got a bunch of rookies coming in any position. As a leader, you have to come in, show them what the Green Bay Packers is about.
Right.
Show them about the playbook. Show them what they're about. You know what I mean? Like, what do I like as a quarterback?
Right.
What do I want to see you do? If you don't go to OTAs, you're not going to these practices.
You showing up looking like fucking what's his name? Woody Harrelson.
You know what I'm saying?
Or Nicolas Cage. What Nicolas Cage?
And then
Con Air.
and then you want to
Fucking weirdo.
and then you want to complain
Right.
to the receivers because they're not catching, routes that y'all supposed to be practicing before the season starts.
That's facts.
Like, come on.
See, the way I look at it, right?
Of course, you're gonna come with another angle. Of course,
You have to.
Of
Got
course.
to. Got
You have to. Because you got to think of, like, his history with the Packers.
Okay.
What about it?
It wasn't a great relationship between him, management, and the owners.
True.
Right? He had a lot of issues with them. So
Because they're cheap. It has nothing to do with how they treated him.
Okay, but you don't know where his mental is when it comes to caring about the organization.
All right, but before
right?
you finish, he only has himself to blame, though, Rich. The reason why Devontae Adams is out the door is because Devontae Adams couldn't trust that he was going to be there.
He was going to be there.
True.
But now,
That's
question.
it.
Now, what was the reason why he was threatening not to be there?
Because he's a baby?
What did he want more of?
Money?
So no.
No.
Aaron Rodgers.
He wanted more help.
Now,
he
why
wanted
would you
more help?
now?
Bro, if it was about more help,
being the focal point,
Devontae would still be here if it was more help. It had nothing to do with that. He wanted carte blanche. That's what he wanted. He wanted to be able to do what he wanted. He wanted to be able to have certain says, even if they weren't going to take his advice. He wanted to be in the room,
now,
which is fine.
Now,
He's
my
in the room now,
my question
and the
is
team
this.
sucks.
Now, my question is, when you have a player of Aaron Rodgers' caliber, right? Now, not to even switch over, but if you're an owner, you have a LeBron James, but a LeBron James tells you, I am comfortable trying to win with A, B, C, and D in my corner. As an owner, you have an obligation to keep the star of your franchise happy.
I get
Absolutely.
that. I get that.
At the end of the
100%.
day. So when you're telling your star player, I'll give you a star, but you're only a star with a certain rope. You said you want him, but we don't like him. He's gone. He's gone. And you don't adhere to what your your star player is telling you he wants to go to war with. How can you get mad at him for starting to like fall back a little bit? Why would you get mad at him?
He's just
At the-
handling it bad.
But my
though.
thing
He
is-
is handling it
But
bad.
Rich, my
But
thing
again,
is-
he's disgruntled though, Mike.
But Rich,
I get
my
it.
thing
I
He's
is,
get it.
disgruntled.
Okay,
he's a
I get it.
disgruntled star.
he's
How are you
disgruntled.
mad
He
at
took the money. He could have left. You know that.
That's true too.
He took the money.
Oh, he couldn't leave. They wouldn't let him leave.
What do you, bro? He
yeah, but he
accepted
would have
the
got some.
extension.
Somebody would have took Aaron
He
Rodgers.
was able to leave after the season.
But
Is what I'm
BJ,
saying.
but listen,
If you really want to go,
which
you
is
could have
fine,
went.
which is fine. But the money is still the money. Because think about it. If all the players that he wanted decided to come, the money would have still been the same. But
And how would they have signed him?
You know what would have been different? His attitude,
But my dude,
his approach to the
his
game would have
best
been a lot different.
receiver left because of him, not the Packers, dude.
The best
Listen
receiver,
to me.
No, his best receiver
Yes,
didn't leave because
bro.
of him.
Nah,
he
he did
left
leave
because of the thought that he wasn't sure about what Aaron Rodgers wanted or
you hear
what
what
he
you
wanted
just
to
said?
do.
So whose fault is that?
You hear what you just said?
But now, if you would have talked to Devontae Adams and asked him on the business end of the football, are you mad at Aaron Rodgers? Of
course he's
he
not
would
mad
never
at Aaron
tell you
Rodgers.
no
He's not
because
gonna
at
be
the
It
mad.
had nothing to do with Matt. It's about what is going to be beneficial for my career going forward. I can't commit 5 years to staying here while you only going to be here
Yo,
too.
Okay,
Yo, Rich, hold on,
you're
hold on,
talking
hold on.
one
You know what I'm
player.
saying?
Yo, Rich.
When
That's
again,
it.
but when Aaron Rodgers told you certain players he wanted around, and you cut them, you got rid of them. You're showing your star that we don't care about you as much as you feel we do.
But
So
Rich,
do you, Devontae Adams?
what I'm saying
he's just
is that-
collateral damage.
Right.
That's really all he is.
Rich, what I'm saying is that all of that stuff that you just said is fine. If Devontae would have stayed, Green Bay doesn't look as bad in week 1. The problem is that he buried himself. And instead of him being a leader and accepting what he did, he's now ostracizing the receivers that are left here. You don't do that as a leader.
He's not
you
a
don't,
leader,
You don't
bro.
mess up and then start pointing the fingers at everybody else.
He's
And
not a
and
leader,
like I
bro.
said,
You
like
understand
I
what I'm
said,
saying? That's
BJ
literally what he's doing.
Not a leader,
and
bro.
I'm gonna tell you like
Let
this:
Rich speak. I want to hear what
Diff-
you're saying.
leaders lead in different ways, right? When you had the Michael Jordan approach of being a leader, you seen The Last Dance. You seen how every player felt about Jordan's leadership. And was it Bill Wennington that said it? I didn't realize how great of a leader he was until now. You're talking years
Nobody's
after the
going to say
game.
that about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
But-
it's not the same thing, bro. But
And if
continue.
you would have
No
asked,
one's gonna
and
say
if,
that about
and
Aaron
if you would have,
Rodgers.
and if you'd have asked Bill Wennington during that time, he would have probably told you Jordan's a dick. No way he's a great leader.
They'll say that about Brady.
Now, for instance-
I'm not saying that about
they're
Now,
not
like
saying
I
that
said-
about Aaron Rodgers.
But
bro.
yo,
And what I seen in the interviews, I seen a dude that said, "I don't have great players.
Why would
Chemistry
you
is
even
not
say that?
Chemistry is not something
Why
that's
would you even
made
say
in a
that?
day. Why would you not? But
Why would you even say that?
again,
Bro,
hold
again,
up.
Be
you
a
have,
person
you
on
have,
the team,
bro.
my
You
dude.
have a Kobe Bryant
There you
leader.
go. There you
have
go.
a Kobe Bryant
Put
leader.
yourself in
and
their
you have
shoes,
a LeBron
bro.
James leader.
Hold
You
up.
have two styles of leading. There are different
Even
ways to
Kobe
lead a
never
team, bro.
said it.
But with those two,
There
no,
are
no, no.
different
Hold on,
ways
hold
to
on.
lead a
But
team.
with those two people you just mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
you never questioned their leadership.
Facts.
You never questioned their
You
leadership.
can't compare NBA to NFL. NBA
Even
No,
if
no,
he
no.
does,
But
though.
it's not even NBA.
if he
It's
does,
not
though.
NBA.
I wish you
It's
could.
You cannot. You
It is-
never questioned their
it is-
leadership.
it
though,
is
at
person
the
that-
time.
Let me ask you a question. Would you say Aaron Rodgers is whack right now?
Not about being
It's not
whack.
about
No, no.
talent, dude.
It's not about him being whack.
I'm asking with relevancy. Would you say he's whack? No. Will you say that Green Bay Packers are going to do horrible this year?
No.
I can't say that with certain.
It's Aaron Rodgers.
Kobe Bryant's leadership
So-
was definitely questioned.
It was terrible.
It was definitely
It was
questioned.
terrible.
Smush
But
That's how you lead?
but the thing is, certain players
out of
take
LA?
certain
How-
players.
hold on.
Nah,
How
the
old was
reason
Kobe
he wanted
Bryant
to
at that time?
leave.
That's fine.
What do you mean?
but
Reason he
It-
wanted
it
to leave? He
matters,
left.
dude.
You're right.
Aaron
Kobe, I'm talking about Kobe.
Smush Parker said, "I would rather play overseas a bunch of years than play with Kobe Bryant ever again." And I know a person who knows Smush Parker.
Look at Smush Parker out of here.
Where's Smush Parker now?
Exactly.
So, somewhere, I'm sure he's.
Smush.
Fucking
What-
Kwame Brown.
Kwame.
What
What
B-
did Jordan do with Kwame?
What,
Like,
B-
come
what
on,
BJs
son.
is he working with
Come
right now?
on, man.
But again,
Smush.
Stay on topic. We're going back to Aaron Rodgers.
like I always said, your style of leadership is probably different than Jeff's. How Jeff decides to galvanize the troops is a
Right.
lot different than you.
Okay.
It might be different than me.
I understand that.
Aaron Rodgers might be different.
That's a
because you got to
bad
remember.
way.
And
Because you
guess
got to
what?
remember,
Bad
Aaron
way.
Rodgers is in that locker room. We're
And
not.
guess what? And guess what, Rich?
What makes Devontae Adam move? We don't know.
And guess what? Guess what, Rich? His style of leadership has gotten them to no Super Bowls in the last 11 years.
Damn.
Is that Aaron Rodgers' fault?
Yes.
Yes.
Really be
Yes.
Yes.
So you don't think management has been giving him weapons
Of course,
to work
management is
Correct
to blame
me
as
if I'm
well.
wrong. Correct, Jeff. You're a football aficionado. Who had the best record in the NFC in the last 2 seasons?
with? You can't tell me that.
Nah.
I
Ain't
could
gonna
find-
hold you. I felt that way when Mike McCarthy was still there.
Yeah, right. I can agree with that. Not now.
Last 2 years, he get no pass, bro.
He won back-to-back MVPs with the
Back-to-back
best
13
team
seasons,
in the
bro.
NFC and lost
And back-to-back 13-win games.
Lost.
13-win seasons, bro.
because
Bro,
of his play,
he lost,
not
bro.
because of the team.
He
Listen,
lost,
listen,
bro.
Yo,
because
kill
of
me.
his poor
They
play,
kill me with
not
this.
because of the team.
It's
They
a
kill me with
double
this.
edge.
Yeah,
Like,
that's why I
Bro,
don't completely
I
agree.
watched,
It's a double
I've
edge.
watched
If
teams
you're
come
the
in
leader
first
you're
place.
supposed to be,
Look.
you won one of those two.
Bro, there's been teams that
Who
came in
was one of
first
those
place in the Eastern Conference and didn't make it past the first round.
who Aaron
Second
Rodgers
round.
has become, management is to blame, of course, to whatever degree. But this is just what it is. This is when you put all the shit in the pot and you stir it up. This is the outcome.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, management played their role in what Aaron Rodgers
Last
is today.
point before we move on. What Aaron Rodgers is showing you right now
Not a leader,
is
bro.
the inability to work with what he has. He's showing you as a quarterback, he needs things a certain way
Yeah.
to be successful.
I agree with that.
When you listen, that's fine. As a quarterback, you cannot send that message to your team. Because when you do that, you lose the locker room. They're already done with him. You realize that?
Off bat.
They're done with him. Whatever success they have, it's going to be despite Aaron Rodgers' leadership. And he put himself in that situation. You want to be the bad guy? You want to be on everybody's podcast? You want to talk about how you tricked the NFL in regards to saying that you immunize and all this bullshit? That's fine if you want to have that type of personality. But what legacy you're leaving in the NFL right now is not a good one because there's not a lot of people that have a lot of good things to say about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And
So-
that's universal.
And now this is all I ask.
That's
And then-
universal. He's a great football player. I love Aaron Rodgers. I think he's one of the 2 most talented quarterbacks I've ever seen.
Yep.
But in regards to a human being and a leader, he's a piece of shit.
Now, all I would say is this, and I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. How you lead is not how everybody else leads.
That's fine.
Now, all I ask is
Then
this.
I
by
don't
least
deserve that type
by
of money.
at least week 13, 14, I'd love to be back on
Yeah,
this
we can
couch.
talk about it.
Because
Calling
in
the
my
shots.
in my opinion, because all I would ask, and I would ask I would want to answer for you. If Aaron Rodgers hypothetically was to get to the divisional championship game,
Not enough.
potentially the Super Bowl, what would you say? What would be your excuse for him getting there?
There is no excuse. He's a great quarterback.
So if he
nobody's
got to the
disputing that.
So, no.
Nobody's disputing that he's a great talent. He's a great quarterback. He has a good, decent young coach that knows a little bit what he's doing. The problem is that his leadership,
The leadership, bro.
is poor. Everybody sees it.
It's been
Yo,
shown, bro.
But that's what I'm
Right,
but
that's what I'm
what's
saying.
puzzling me.
You're confusing
You're saying
two
that
different
because he
things.
wins 13 games is a good leader.
That doesn't mean
not
that.
necessarily, because think about it
That
like
don't mean
this.
that.
Again, what moves Jeff might be different from what moves BJ.
But yo, that
Feel you.
style that he's
Tom
using.
Brady may be able to push you.
I don't think that works in football.
It don't work.
That's
That's not
not
at the
the
most
mean, of course,
important.
it works in
Yo, Rich,
anything.
No, Rich. Hold on,
and not in
Rich.
the
It
most
works
important
with
position in football,
anything.
bro.
If you don't show up, it don't matter what sport.
What does it matter if I'm going to war with you and I know the guys that I have on that field with me, right? If you're part of that front 11, we have a different relationship than I have with those other 45 guys. It's completely different, bro. So to say, even if you want to say basketball, that starting five has a different relationship with the last
But if
five.
you're not there,
If you
you're
are
not there for the team,
if you-
how can you form that relationship?
No, agreed. No, and that's why. But that's why I
You out
said.
there doing podcasts instead of being there
But
for the
that's
OTAs.
but that's why I said. But that's why I said.
Ayahuasca.
But that's why I said chemistry is built. That's not something that happens overnight.
Right.
And I told you earlier, exactly in his interview, he said, "Yo, this is just the first week.
Yeah, he's trying
You
to do
can't
damage
count
control
us
now.
out. Chemistry's not built in a week, bro.
He's doing damage control
He
now,
should've
though.
been
That's
on
what,
it.
okay. So
It's
that's
already out
the
of the
narrative.
bag.
That's
too
the
late.
narrative.
built in the week, and I'm gonna agree with you on that. It's built in the off season.
Right.
In the
Where were you?
off
Where
season.
were you?
Yo, Rich, keep it 100.
And that follows you
hold on.
throughout the
Last
season.
point before we move on. You're on the team with me. You have an interview and you say, "Yeah, we don't really have that much talent on the team. Well, I'm gonna see how I could be able to galvanize this team." You think you can be able to come back to that locker room and sit with me and have a conversation? When you just told
Let it
the
fly,
press
bro. Let it
that
fly.
there's no talent on this team,
Let it fly,
You gotta
bro.
be fucking crazy.
Let it fly.
If you know me, if we're actually cool,
It wouldn't even. It would matter.
And if
It would matter.
if I'm Aaron Rodgers, bro, you think I couldn't come back to the locker room?
Not
I'd
without
go
a
back
fist in
there,
your face.
bro. I'd put that.
But you
I'd
see
put,
what I'm saying, Rick? Like,
I'd
you see what
put
I'm
my
saying, Jeff?
I'd put my
Like
ponytail.
you not understanding the like you can be able to say wild shit and then try to clean it up. Yo, the cart's already out of the barn. You already did wild shit.
But you
so
have-
you're gonna have to try to make up for that when people already wrote you off. They're gonna be a teammate. They're gonna try to be professional, try to win, but they don't like you.
The relationship
They don't
is
want to
done,
fuck with
bro.
you after that, bro.
Bro, you never
You're
seen
done.
a game.
I don't believe
quarterback
that,
is
bro. I
struggling,
don't.
And they put the backup in,
And they love the backup.
Great.
Look at how the Philadelphia Eagles galvanized around
It'll be the same game.
I love-
Take out one guy.
I
the
love
whole shit look different.
I love the narrative, but the reality behind shit like that. No, I love the narrative, but the reality of that, right, is that BJ gets paid almost $1 million a year to break you down as a quarterback. And you know who BJ doesn't break down as a quarterback? The backup. So when that backup comes in and his three drop step is always looking left versus Tom Brady who always looks right, you're gonna catch any defense off guard. I don't know shit about you. I can't game plan for something I don't know. That's why Jeremy Lin was the biggest fucking trick in New York City. Ever.
You're rich.
It
You
was ever.
trying your hardest.
But it was-
to
but
defend
he-
Aaron
yo,
Rodgers.
It's not
you
but-
pulling out
because
everything.
because
jumping
y'all,
over
y'all are
continents
not
to defend Aaron
Just
Rodgers.
to defend Aaron Rodgers.
because if
talking
Tom
about
Brady
Jeremy Lin now?
because if
Oh,
bro,
wait,
this Tom if Tom was that the dummy one
Yeah,
again?
that was.
Yo, that's 2 for
Fuck
1
it. Listen,
show, bro.
I'm gonna pour soda on that button, bro. I'll tell you right
We gotta
now.
relax. We gotta
I'ma
calm
jam
it
that-
down.
I'ma jam
you
that
ain't
button.
talking about Jeremy Lin. How we get to Jeremy Lin?
No, because
How we get to Jeremy Lin?
he said how if the backup comes in, the team looks better. It's not about that. You got to realize the intricacy that goes into every game. Every quarterback is game plan for. But outside of that, again, if Aaron Rodgers was a loser, being this good, they're not gonna understand. You're talking about week 1. That's why I said, bro, please by week 14.
But this we're
Let
not.
me please
we're-
come back
we're
and we
not-
can talk about the record.
But,
and
like
I
I
would
said-
stand on the camera and say, listen,
Like I said,
I'm
this
wrong.
is.
I apologize.
I'm gonna move on after
apologize,
this.
okay?
I'm gonna move on after this.
I'll drink some
it's
more of this.
not about this
all right,
season.
some of this brown water, okay?
Listen, it's not about this season. This is a pattern dating back for a decade.
With Aaron Rodgers.
There's
Aaron
not.
Rodgers is terrible,
There's
bro.
many teammates that
love
can
Aaron
definitely say
I love him too.
he's not a great teammate, and that's
He's not.
fine.
He's not.
He's a great talent, not a great teammate, and they are not the same thing. You can be the best talent in the world. You can be a shitty leader.
Facts.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Does he-
Brett Jennings won a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers. They got nothing good to say about it.
Right. Does not like him.